Baby, listen to me speaking. No matter what, just let it go.
Pop, persuadable. What's going on, you beautiful boo-boos? Today, first of all, welcome everybody to Dead by Daylight Mobile. I am so excited. I hope that you guys have been able to see all my videos. I was a beta tester just like many other players, rank 1 survivor and killer. Trust me, not as hard as what it was on PC. A lot of you guys are going to make it there too. I have faith in you, boo-boos. And I've been dedicating my channel to show you how to kite as a survivor, how to play various killers with certain add-ons. It's kind of like an evolving thing, so it's going to take a while to cover every character and what I'm doing. To become somebody who really wins the majority of his matches, I live feed all my content on Twitch. You can see me spank some cheeks on there, and you can also watch me completely fuck up at times, and it'll make you feel better when you fuck up. Today, though, I want to talk about the blood market. So if you're a PC or a console player, or you're new to mobile, essentially what we need to talk about is the differences between the blood market and the blood web. We know that on the PC version there is a blood web, and that is for each individual character, and essentially that's how you level up your individual characters. That's how you acquire different add-ons to use when you go inside the match. However, in Dead by Daylight Mobile, it's completely different. I covered this in a video that actually demonstrates the top 10 differences between PC and mobile. I have dedicated over 400 hours of gameplay, so I just wanted to kind of emphasize the things that I have learned and kind of get you on track a little bit, speed it up a little bit, and so you can be on track and know what to expect, because it will improve your gameplay. However, the blood market in the mobile version is significantly flawed, and it's been flawed for a very long time. It's not new to the global launch, and I have complete faith that the devs will absolutely look into it. I'm not about to shit on them. That seems like an ongoing theme with a lot of people where they have a complaint about the game. I don't want to make it about that. What I want to do is educate the population on what you're seeing, why that issue is there, that issue has been there for a long time, and hopefully the devs will go about in a manner of fixing it. And what I have learned in the medical field is that in the same manner that I have to advocate for patients and insurance coverage, right? Because insurances don't want to pay anything for my patients, I assure you. It's the same thing with video games, where you can be polite and say, hey, by the way, there's this issue and we hope that it gets fixed. And by advocating and talking about it, not only can you guys be updated on what's been going on, but possibly there can be eventual change, which I'm confident will absolutely happen. I'm just doing my part. So the blood market differs from the blood web in a way where in the mobile version, acquiring blood points is significantly faster. That's actually why you lose your add-ons and items at the end of the game, which I believe is still different from the PC version. Acquiring blood points is a lot faster and easier on the mobile version, all right? One of the benefits to the blood market is for survivors. It doesn't matter which survivor you play, as you spend your blood points, okay, in the market, all of those items that you acquire can be used among all the survivors. As an example, say if you're a Claudette and you invest all your blood points in the blood web and you get 5 med kits. Well, when you go over to David can use those same med kits. So as a survivor, that entire pool belongs to all of your characters. In the PC version, that's not how it works. Claudette's items are different from Bill's items, right? We also know that in the PC version, in order to level up a character, you have to spend blood points to acquire your skills, or teachable perks. Whereas in the mobile version, you spend no blood points in terms of trying to acquire a perk. The only time you spend blood points is to acquire those sorts of add-ons and items that are going to help you in the game, such as your med kit. I actually prefer the mobile model in the sense that it requires you to level up each character individually instead of playing your best character and therefore invest in blood points and other characters without having to play them. I do like that. The problem is that the blood web, all right, the blood market is systematically flawed because it really benefits survivors and it significantly hurts killers. I am both rank 1 survivor and a killer, so I play both plenty. I have most of my characters at least above level 40, which is required a lot of time since killer queues take about 3 to 5 minutes, which is okay. That's how it's going to work. A lot of you are realizing that as you're buying killers, you're not acquiring add-ons. Now, the way that the blood market is supposed to work, from what I have read, is that as you play a killer more and more, as you keep investing money or blood points in the blood market, those add-ons will eventually appear. All right. Now, I know a lot of you right now, you're seeing a lot of Trapper. You're seeing a lot of Trapper add-ons if you're really playing killer. Now, I do know that some players are going to say, well, this is how it's always been. Or rather, this is how it is right now because it's a global launch, right? Makes sense. It's a global launch, and you have to keep playing in order to unlock add-ons, right? And eventually that's going to change, right? So the argument is of course we see Trapper add-ons. The game just got launched. And as you play more and more killers, you're going to unlock those add-ons. Well, that's not really true. Although the global launch has affected it, where it's reset it, where everybody is just seeing Trapper add-ons, this problem has actually existed for a very long time. When you buy a character, sometimes you can get the add-ons, and then when you log out, you're not going to get them again. As an example, I'm going to give you a good example. I took Michael Myers in beta. I took Michael Myers from levels 0 or 1 all the way to level 40. This was before double EXP or any of that stuff, right? Without a single add-on unless I unlocked it by a random chest or a random, yeah. So this has been an issue that has been very prevalent. And what I noticed in terms of my own anecdotal aspect, my own anecdotal story, is that every time the game would update, then it would kind of replenish. The blood market would then reflect the killers that I was using a week before. But that doesn't help me when I'm using the killer right then and there. And what I'm playing as one killer 1 week doesn't mean that I'm going to be playing that killer the next week. This will explain to many of you why you probably have purchased killers and you're not really finding their add-ons, especially when you log out and you're still getting Trapper add-ons. This has been an ongoing issue for a while now. No game is perfect. I know that the devs will eventually address this, but it significantly hurts killers. And it hurts killers because a lot of the times you're going to be playing these characters that you really love, these new killers that you have purchased with your hard-earned money, but you have no add-ons to help you whatsoever. You're not unlocking them. It took me an entire week of playing with Michael Myers, like I said, until I got an add-on. The Demagogue, or whatever the dude's name is, I can't even say. I'm bad at saying things. I still have unlocked no add-ons for him other than what I have done so randomly. And this has been an issue that the devs really need to address because as of right now, the blood market does not work for him. The other problem with this system is that when you essentially say the more you play a killer, the more likely you're eventually going to unlock the add-ons, you're essentially saying that I must commit to that one killer for a very, very long time before I can unlock those add-ons. But that doesn't work well for the people who actually spend their money, invest their money in the game, and I have every single killer unlocked. And what I'm playing with one killer doesn't mean that I want to play that killer the next day. Sometimes I want to bounce around between killers even through the same day. And unfortunately, under the current system, it almost penalizes people for the more killers that they have. This system will not necessarily work well for the killers, and I'm hoping that by at least allowing you all to understand this is what you're seeing right now most likely, and that this issue has been going on for a very long time, and the more killers you buy, the worse it actually gets, which is kind of mind-blowing a little bit, because then as you invest more money to support the game, which I totally support, by the way, it makes it significantly harder for you to actually utilize those killers with the appropriate add-ons, especially when you're playing with Survivor with friends or you're playing against good survivors. You guys know that when I'm on live feed, I win about 99% of my matches as a survivor. I'm sure I'm going to get my ass kicked once matchmaking gets fixed a little bit. That using those add-ons is important. Now, there's some killers that the add-ons aren't that important with, to be honest with you, right? But there are other killers where the add-ons will make a significant difference as to how scary they are. And there's some killers where those add-ons have completely different play styles. one add-on will be completely different from the next. Think of Michael Myers that only sticks in tier 1 with Scratched Mirror and Boyfriend's Memo versus a Myers build that increases his stalk speed and with the Tuft Red attachment allows him to stay in tier 3 for the entire game. One revolves around stalking and increasing it, and one revolves around not at all. All right, so it shows you how these add-ons are completely different. And now imagine Michael Myers with no add-ons, right? And that's what I had to do for a week. I have still, with the Hag, I played the Hag. I prestiged her. I think I went from level 37 to Prestige 1 level 50, and I did not unlock a single add-on. So that this issue has been going on for a long time. The devs have a lot on their plate. They're trying to figure out a whole bunch of different things and optimization and bugs. But I do hope that by at least allowing you guys to know, hey, if you purchase some killers and you're not finding the add-ons, this is why. Eventually they will unlock, but it can be a week. And by then, you've already played the killer so much, waiting in 3 to 5 minute queues, you don't even want to play that killer anymore. You want to play a different killer. And then what happens is that you jump to the next killer, and then finally the add-ons for the other one opens up for you. I'm not trying to provide a solution in the sense of telling you how it needs to be fixed. I'm just simply saying that I hope that it does get fixed. There's a multitude of ways that the devs can do a good job at this, and I hope that it reflects very quickly. I don't want it to be something where I got to play my killer for an entire week when I have unlocked every single one. In a way, it actually punishes people for the more killers that they own. I do have faith that they'll eventually fix this. Like I said, they have a lot on their plate. I do believe that you can be respectful and polite about your concerns regarding a game. I think that's a healthy sort of thing to have that dialogue with the development team and to also use my audience as an advocacy. You don't have to be nasty about it. You don't have to be mean about it. You can be encouraging and supportive of the game and say, hey, just to let you know, this is really affecting a lot of people who are investing their money in the game, and hopefully it'll get fixed relatively soon, and that will make the overall experience much more enjoyable for those who are investing their money into those killers. This is just my opinion. Hopefully I have some other beta players who can attest that this has been happening for a while. I'll try to include all the text in the video because I do all this and then I add all of the footage up in that corner afterwards. Yeah, I'm getting fancy with my video editing. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that within this video I was able to accomplish what the problem, defining the differences between the blood market and the blood web, how they are different, so that's defining the differences. One of the issues with the blood market, one of the issues, how that significantly hinders you as a killer, and that this is not a new issue relative to global launch. This has been going on for a long time, and hopefully through a little bit of advocacy and just kind of letting everybody know what's going on, because I know if I was a new killer and I wasn't getting any add-ons, I'd be like, what the hell's going on? I just bought this killer. I can't play this killer. I don't got the add-on. So I'm hoping that I can educate, inform, and we can at least advocate it in a nice, peaceful manner. Anyways, thank you very much for watching my video, guys. Hopefully I was able to accomplish something here. And you all have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching me. You can catch me on Twitch for my live feeds where we spank some cheeks. And you can definitely play with me. I absolutely play with anyone and everyone all throughout my live feeds. All right? Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye now.